Claude for Small Business has been out since May. 31 skills. Chase your invoices, close your books, run your payroll. Free on the plan you're already paying for. And if you're outside the US, I'd bet you try to install it and try 2 or 3 of them, but then you quietly stop. Mine sat there for weeks. The money ones are wired to QuickBooks, and that's the whole problem. Today, I'll show you the 11 skills that go quiet outside of the US, the 20 that have been working all this time, and how to get the most of the money using Xero instead. Hi, my name is Patrick. I spent the last 20 years inside the world's largest organizations like Apple, Lufthansa, among others, and now I build AI systems for businesses in public. Let me show you why it went quiet on you. 31 skills, 11 of them only know how to read QuickBooks. And if you're outside the US, those 11 have been dead since day one. The other 20 never cared about your accounting software. They run on your email, your CRM, and maybe Canva. They've been working all this time, same as they work if you're in Texas, for example. So if you gave up on this back in May, you gave up on 20 skills that were fine. And now the 11. Xero covers about half of them. The asking half, what's my profit, what's my cash, who owes me money? Well, Xero answers all of that. The rest of the half, it's not touching. Chasing the invoice, closing the books, running the payroll. While Xero can look at it, it can't touch it because the skill doesn't support it. And there's no clever fix for those 3 outside of the US. I would rather tell you now than sell you something that doesn't work. 2 things going on screen here, and they are separate. That's the part people get wrong. If you had the plugin since May, skip the next 30 seconds. The plugin lives in co-work. That's the workspace side of Claude, the part where it does jobs for you instead of just talking back. So, 1 toggle, that's the whole install. The second one is the part you probably haven't done. Xero. And this is not a setting inside the plugin. You hook Xero up to Claude on its own. Log in, say yes, and pick your organization. Let me say this plainly. Xero doesn't slot into the plugin. You can't just swap it into QuickBooks and expect the skills to run. What you can do is connect Xero to Claude on its own, then ask Claude the question yourself instead of running the skill. Same answer, different door. 2 small things. Xero works on whatever plan you're already paying for. You don't need the expensive one. And it's 1 organization at a time. Run 2 companies, and you'll be disconnecting and reconnecting. Quick one, because plenty of people toggled this back in May and never really used it. A skill is a page of instructions written in plain English. Same as a note you would give to a new hire. Do this, check that, or send it to me, for example. Well, Claude reads that and follows it. There's no code in there. You say the name, it runs, and it asks you before it does anything. You'll see it ask me in a minute. First question, probably the one you tried in May and got nothing back. What's my profit this quarter? It goes to Xero, pulls the profit and loss, and comes back in plain English. Not a spreadsheet, an actual financial answer. Business Pulse, the skill that's meant to do exactly this, is still sitting right there in the plugin for small business, but you can't use it because it's using QuickBooks. I got the number anyway from Xero using a different connector, different door. Profit is one thing, cash is the thing that keeps you up. What's my cash position? Profit and cash aren't the same number. If you run a business longer than a year, you already know that. You can be profitable on paper and still not make payroll on Friday. This is the question that tells you the truth. And again, it's reading your number from Xero. Nothing here moves your money. This one's my favorite. It's also where you'll see the wall clearly. Who are my biggest debtors? For a lot of you, the last number is the most useful thing in this video. Most owners I talk to don't actually know it. They know roughly, but not exactly. Well, roughly is expensive. Now, the wall. There's a skill in small business called invoice chase. Its whole job is to find the late ones and send a reminder. It's been sitting broken in your plugin since May, again because it's looking for QuickBooks. With Xero, I get the first half back. Claude tells me who owes me what and how late they are. It won't send the email. If you want to, you need to send that manually. So half the job, but it's the half you weren't doing anyway. Last one, and this one's got nothing to do with your accounting software at all. Handle complaint. This runs on Gmail and HubSpot. It never touched QuickBooks. It never needed to. Well, this has been working since May and it should work for you. The contract ones too, your CRM, your campaigns, your hiring. 20 out of the 31, it's fine this whole time, so you can use that. And I bet most of you never get past the accounting ones to find out. If you want the full breakdown of what works and what doesn't, and exactly how to wire Xero into your setup, comment small business and I'll send it over.